I'm Bassam Hayek, subject matter expert with CRDF Global. Um, as background, I'm a chemical engineer uh, and have developed experience over 15 years in industrial pollution control, and then worked on hazardous material management and hazardous waste management, and then worked as well on chemical safety and chemical security with CRDF Global. My work with CRDF Global therefore covered trainings, and I contributed in some trainings, and I led certain workshops as well as doing some assessments, particularly vulnerability assessment and risk management, or risk assessment and management for industrial enterprises, agricultural projects or industries, agro industries, as well as laboratories and academia. With CRDF having established the overall objectives of the work that is needed, under established good understanding of the chemical security program, as well as the context, the local context of the partner, that is the country we are working for or we are trying to help in improving chemical safety and chemical security. That all contributed significantly in having the SMEs focusing more and working more on the technical issues, giving more room for the experts to design the interventions, be it training or assessments, and not to worry too much about logistics or about the other work and the preparations and so on. Working with CRDF Global as well has given me very important experiences. Probably the most tangible one I would say is seeing the improvements on the ground. So when we used to do trainings and identify certain actions to be followed on, and then seeing CRDF Global following on these actions, providing tools such as the grants, enabled really the partners or the beneficiaries to implement the measures for improving chemical safety and chemical security. So in many cases, I was really happy to see the progress, and that gave me good experiences how really to identify the key topic, and then to identify the solution and be able to identify a solution that is workable indeed, so that it can be followed up for implementation as well. The approach that was followed by CRDF, having international expertise coming in, having local or regional expert, that provided the good mix from one way to look at it. Having the exposure of the international expert with the local expert. The local expert knows better the context, the local environment, and provide as well a sort of very important input during the work with the international expert. That approach as well gave confidence to the locals that we are not coming from only from abroad, from developed countries to teach or to provide information and leave. There is always a mix, there is always local speakers, there is always a local expert or regional expert as well, enabling the follow-on work. And indeed, that provided certain level of comfort with the work with the beneficiaries and with the partner institutions and so on. My engagement with CRDF Global has run for several years now, and I indeed benefited a lot. I gained exposure to case studies. I've been in different environments, different countries, different cases for either training or assessments. Also, I've met with very renowned international experts on chemical safety and chemical security, from whom I've learned a lot. The exposure to international practices is really invaluable. It's very, very important, very significant. I've also learned from these case studies, and in many cases, I improved my presentations or extended my topics from the information that I received. And with CRDF looking after all of the logistics, all the preparations, the travel, accommodation, visas, whatever you name it. That helped us indeed to be more effective, to work on the technical side of the training or of the intervention, and therefore focus more and come very well prepared with the technicalities, with the technical presentations, but the other technicalities such as the logistics, interpretation, and attendees, and so on, taken care of by CRDF Global team, and that helped improve the effectiveness of these interventions. Working as well, throughout the work with CRDF Global, we used to discuss certain topics, certain opportunities, for example, what we can do next, how we can handle this issue, or to respond to certain needs. We had some meetings from time to time with the team, and most importantly, after every intervention, after every training workshop or assessment, there will be certain in-house evaluation, if I may call it, or a debriefing, where the expert, together with the team, the CRDF team, and the lead person, we look throughout the training and identify areas where we can improve, and also identify the needs that need to be covered in future. Now, taking every expert's capacity, specialization, and fields of expertise, that would enable us really to come up with a sound intervention as well for future, giving good recommendations for how to follow on certain needs, on certain actions to be implemented, and so on.